Hello everyone, welcome to our channel The Planner's Way. On this series of video related to the project management, we are on the second series of interview question. Today I am going to discuss about how do you manage change in the project. This is the most asked question in the interview. We need to understand what is change in the project. Change is a modification to the approved cost, schedule, design or requirement of the project. In the initial phase, we have the baseline of scope, schedule and cost which is agreed by the stakeholder. If there is any change or we need to modify anything in the scope, schedule, cost document, then we need to go through the change process. Some of the example of change are new client requirement. The client requirement may be changed. Design modification. Some design modification need to be done or some additional scope. So if we add any new work in the project, then it will then the scope will be changed. Then we need to change the cost, duration for it, change in the material specification, some material specification which we cannot get from the market, then we need to go from the change process. Delay events, some external approval need to be approved from the external factor which is not in the client or contractor hand, then it may cause delay in the project and that may impact your schedule. Scope reduction, sometimes the client realize that we need to reduce some scope in the project, then they will need to cut some scope and that will change the project. And budget increase or decrease, sometimes when the client spend more budget in the financial year, then they need to cut down the budget, so that is also change in the project. So these are some of the example of change in the project. We can have more change in the project, so that depends upon the project requirement. The change process or change management, we need to provide these following points. So to cover these all 6 points, so first we need to identify the change. What is the change, how it is going to impact the program, so we need to identify whether the change is required or not. Then if the change is identified, then we need to document in the change process. Change document, will document in the change document. Change control form will first register it into the change control form. Then we'll do the impact assessment, how is it going to impact in the cost, schedule and scope. After the change is identified, then it goes to the change control process where we formally discuss how the change will impact in the scope, budget, and it's the decision of change control board to decide whether to take the change or not. And after the change is approved, then the communication of change is done. If it's rejected, then we'll communicate with the stakeholder regarding the change is approved or decline, and we'll also register our change register. If it's approved, then we'll write the approved in the register. If declined, then or rejected, then we'll update our change register. Then after that, if it is approved, then we'll implement it and monitor the change. So these things need to be covered in your answer when you are giving the change control process. In this slide, I have given you the sample answer. So you need to modify your answer as per your requirement. I have just given one sample answer. So I'll go through it. Change in the process refers to a modification of the approved scope, cost, schedule. Managing change effectively important because uncontrolled change can create delay, cost overrun, and confusion. So in one of the project, I identify a potential change. First, I verify its source, like what is the update IFC drawings or client request, scope gap, unforeseen site condition, and I document it clearly in the change register or variance order form or anything you can call it. After I register in the change register, then I assess the impact, how it's impacting the schedule using the P6 program. I coordinate with the cost control team to calculate the budget implementation, and I also evaluate the risks and resource requirement. After I do the impact of the change in the program, then I present the impact analysis to the project management and it go to the change control board. It goes to the change control board for approval or to update it. During the change control board, I will be responsible providing the information regarding how it's impact in the cost and schedule. I'll provide them the information about the impact in the critical path and the cost, and it's the change control board to decide whether to take the change forward or not. Once the board decided that the change is approved, then we'll update the baseline schedule, adjust the main power forecast, and communicate the change to all the relevant teams so everyone is aligned. As a result, we'll maintain a full control over scope, avoid uncontrolled deviation, and ensure that project remain predictable and well managed. All these 6 points we need to cover in your answer during the change control process. Why this answer works for you? Because I have structured the answer in professional change control process in the STAR method. I have shown the planning knowledge, like I use the P6 program to provide the what if analysis, and also the baseline impact, how is impacting the program. I have demonstrated the communication and coordination skill. I have communicated the change with the project manager and coordinate with the cost manager regarding the change. So you need to demonstrate all these things in your answer for the interview. They are looking for the key points which we need to demonstrate in our answer. In the next episode, we'll discuss about this how we manage the risks in the project. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe our channel. For the more update, please subscribe our channel. Thanks you for listening today. Have a good day. Bye.